The day Ravi Kumar walked into the prestigious Falcon Academy of Cricket, he carried nothing but a worn-out kit bag, a heart full of dreams, and calluses on his hands that told the story of a man who had spent more years fixing engines than playing in stadiums. He was 32 years old, and everyone in that gleaming, air-conditioned facility knew it. The Falcon Academy was not just any cricket school, it was the breeding ground of champions, a place where India's top talent was polished and perfected. Under the watchful eye of the legendary Coach Arvind Sinha, a man whose methods were as sharp as his tongue, and whose patience for ordinary people was famously non-existent. Ravi had driven 4 hours from his small garage town of Bhimpur in a rusted van, wearing his best shirt, carrying a handwritten letter requesting a tryout, and the moment he stepped into the lobby, the whispers started. A security guard asked if he had come to fix the air conditioning. 2 young trainees in crisp white jerseys laughed behind their hands. The receptionist looked at him the way people look at something that does not belong. And when Ravi explained he was there for the open coaching evaluation, she actually paused before typing his name. Coach Arvind Sinha himself walked through the lobby at that precise moment, sized Ravi up in 3 seconds flat, and said loudly enough for everyone to hear, "We train athletes here, not mechanics," before walking away without breaking stride, and the entire lobby erupted in quiet, cruel laughter that Ravi absorbed without flinching because he had spent his whole life absorbing things that would have broken softer men. He had grown up bowling against a chalk-marked wall in an alley behind his father's garage, teaching himself variations with a tape ball, watching cricket tutorials on a cracked phone screen during lunch breaks, and practicing his bowling action in the parking lot after customers left. And though he had never had a single professional lesson in his life, he had something that coaching cannot manufacture, a gift for reading batsmen, a mind that processed angles and weaknesses like a machine, and a delivery that moved late and hard in a direction that made even experienced players doubt what their eyes were seeing. The evaluation was scheduled for the afternoon session, and Ravi waited patiently on a plastic chair outside while the academy's prize students practiced, their expensive gear gleaming under the floodlights, their coaches clapping and correcting with the confidence of men who had never questioned their own belonging. When Ravi's turn finally came, the senior evaluator barely looked up from his clipboard and told him he had 3 deliveries to impress. Just 3, because the afternoon was running long and no one expected this to take much time. The academy's top batsman, Karan Mehta, a 17-year-old prodigy who had been featured in 2 national sports magazines and whose cover drives were already being compared to legends, was sent to face him as something between a formality and a joke. And Karan himself was grinning as he took his stance, twirling his bat with the casual arrogance of someone who has never truly been surprised. Ravi stood at the top of his mark, closed his eyes for exactly 1 breath, opened them, and began his run-up, and smooth, unhurried, economical. And the first ball swung late and sharp off the seam and crashed into the top of off stump before Karan's bat had moved more than 2 inches. There was a silence. Ravi walked back, turned, ran again, and the second ball moved the other direction entirely off the pitch, kissed the inside edge, and rattled the stumps from an angle that made 3 coaches simultaneously lean forward in their seats. The silence deepened into something reverent and confused. The third ball was the one people in that academy would talk about for years. It looked like a full toss outside off stump. Karan's eyes lit up and he swung hard. But the ball dipped viciously at the last half-second, curved inward, went through the gate between bat and pad, and sent the middle stump cartwheeling, so dramatically that it bounced twice before stopping. Karan stood at the crease for a long moment, bat still mid-swing, staring at the ruined stumps with the expression of someone who has just been shown something he did not know was possible. Coach Arvind Sinha set down his coffee. The evaluator's clipboard lowered slowly, and Ravi Kumar, a 32-year-old mechanic from Bhimpur with oil-stained knuckles and a worn-out kit bag, looked at no one in particular and simply waited, the way a man waits who has always known his moment would come, because talent that is real does not need permission to be real, and genius that is built in silence and struggle and love for the craft does not disappear just because the room refuses to see it at first, and the room always sees it eventually. If this story moved something in you, please like, share, and subscribe to Kindness Corner Stories, because every story, here is a reminder that greatness lives in the most unexpected hearts.